Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Happy Monday, guys. I know Monday is usually a bit of a doom and gloom day as most people start work and their working week begins on a Monday. So hopefully we can bring you a little bit of joy in this video. We're going to be going into a number of things, guys. This is important. I really want to be playing you a segment from Charles Hoskinson's AMA yesterday where he talked about the rate of adoption in regards to Catalyst and in regards to dApps, developers, Plutus pioneers, and the direction that is going. We have looked on this channel a number of times at the on-chain data for Cardano, whether that be the amount of people staking just continues to go up, the amount of people opening Cardano wallets continues to go up, the amount of purchasing of the actual underlying Cardano token ADA continues to go up. It is on an upward trajectory, guys, along with the overall crypto space, which we have stressed is still in its infancy. We've spoke to you about this on a number of occasions. At a $1.6 trillion market cap, the room for growth is really exponential, and we don't know exactly where this is going to go. But if crypto and blockchain has the kind of impact that I believe it is going to on the world, $1.6 trillion is going to be but a blip in the chart. So we're going to get straight into it. We're, of course, going to look at the charts because ADA did get rejected not once but twice from this resistance level that we drew from you. Good news, look how it's adhering to its AMA, and look at these wicks on both occasions when you pierced below it, showing up support. It's obviously just following Bitcoin. I was glued to this chart yesterday, literally glued to this chart, not the daily, the 4 hourly for Bitcoin, because I honestly thought this was going to act as support. It didn't. We sold through it, but we are seeing indecision with this wick, and ultimately the overall market is just following Bitcoin. People get very worried. Monday has become the new Sunday. Remember, we used to sell off on a Sunday. It's now Monday. I think there's something a little bit fishy going on there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some big actors sort of manipulating this and causing a sell-off on these said dates in order to accumulate and kind of trade in the know, if that makes sense. But where I want to start, guys, I want to play this clip. We're going to jump into the charts, of course. Also, the trajectory that we set out is following it beautifully, guys. We said and we called on this channel, so you should get subscribed right now if you're not already. When we were up here, you are way too overextended from this EMA, 20 on the weekly, and you're going to come back down to it. You have indeed done so. Ultimately, you're doing the exact same thing from how you finished your two-wave, where you come and we said, look, we would dip below it when we made the call. You're going to come back up. You're going to kind of caress it. I did indeed just say caress before the fifth and final leg of this bull run takes place, which is going to take you towards that $7.50 to $10 range. Let's jump straight into this clip, guys. Let's talk about it because this is going to really summarize what you are a part of.
You see, we don't leave people behind in Cardano. You know, we don't have a situation where people are fair weather. They come in, they leave. There are many other blockchains where that's the case, where they have their time in the sun, and after those 15 minutes of fame have expired, they disappear. Rather, here in the Cardano ecosystem, it's a lifestyle. When people come in, they're here for life. And they're fired up, and they're passionate, and they're excited, and they want to change the world. They want to do something interesting. And if they have to go learn a new language, they're going to learn a new language. If they have to go and learn a completely new way of building dApps, they're going to go do that. If they have to learn how to start a business, they send us an email, ask questions about it. And nowhere is that strength stronger than in Catalyst. If you take a look at how far we've grown, what we've seen, what we've learned from that process, it's really amazing and absolutely humbling to go from just a few dozen people in the very beginning days to tens of thousands of people. And every single time a funding round comes, more than 50 ventures getting funded. And eventually that'll be hundreds, eventually thousands as that ecosystem grows. The Plutus pioneers are not going to disappear any more so than the incentivized testnet pioneers disappeared. It wasn't too long ago we had our SPO pioneers. Now there's over 3,000 of them. And more than 1,500 regularly make blocks with a great degree of precision. And that's exactly what's going to happen with the dApp ecosystem. People are here to stay. And every single metric, from the science to the engineering to the community metrics to the progress with the foundation to the progress with IO Global and DC Spark and Emergo and so many of the other companies that are floating around this ecosystem, it points to a bright future. And so I'd like to thank all of you for making that bright future possible. All I can do is just open the door. That's it. But you guys have to walk through it. And you did. And not just a few. Over 1 million people did. So I am so excited to see where this is going to go in the coming months and years. And I predict that we're going to have tens of millions before we know it. and then hundreds, and then the big day is going to be B-Day when we get to 1 billion. And we run countries on it. All right.
Wow. So much in that, and that sums it up. Nobody sums it up better than the founder, Charles. Go, and if you're not already subscribed to his YouTube channel, give him a sub. I know he's against people talking about price, but we're not just here for the price. We ultimately look at Cardano like an early Amazon or an early stock that came out of the internet, and we think it's going to do well in a similar way. We think they're very likable. So we're not just here for the price. I know he doesn't like people talking about price, which I can understand. It kind of trivializes perhaps what's really going on here. He spoke about running entire countries, and that is where, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Cardano is going. I am not just saying this for YouTube. I believe that. He talks about 1 billion users. If they follow the trajectory that they are currently on, guys, they will get there. I am definitely going to try and reach out to Charles at some point. You can see quite clearly from the video, this is a hard-working individual, lots going on. We're going to wait until smart contracts are rolled out before reaching out to him. If he accepts, fantastic. I'd love to have him on and ask him a few questions. But this is the way that it's going, guys. And you can see the chart. Like I say, we're just following Bitcoin. We are in the recovery phase, and Bitcoin is quite clearly leading that with a new higher high. Very, very excited about what the future is going to hold. We ultimately think you're just going to ride, like I say, along this EMA before we get another kind of impulse in a similar fashion to our third wave. Very, very excited. Tell me if you're excited about the B word, the billion users. Capital is going to flow in as a result of that. And that's really, we are betting on the fact that Cardano is going to be adopted and used, and I believe it will be. Smart contracts are not even here yet. They are coming. I am diving into a number of projects, whether that is getting in early on the stake pools on this channel, trying to get into these projects early, because I think these dApps show a lot of promise. I think they show similar promise to maybe an early Aave or an early Compound, and something like Uniswap perhaps, although I don't think it's going to happen quite the same. So we are exceptionally excited, guys. I have another clip because this is a question that he got for what is the single best global benefit of cryptos. I'll quickly play this and then we're going to wrap the video up, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. Unfortunately, I've got a lot to do today, so I just thought I'd keep this one short and sweet. The price is just so following Bitcoin, guys. There's not really much of an in-depth update on that. The one thing I will say is you are adhering to this EMA very, very closely, and you can see by these wicks it is acting as support, which is a good thing. It's what we want to see. People are looking at the prior kind of price movement and saying, are we rolling over? I don't think so, guys, because ultimately I think Bitcoin has made its trajectory. We broke out of this falling wedge structure. We are almost looking for a retest of this EMA before continuation, which is typical. It's typically how you kind of do things. You break above it, you come back, retest it, and then grind your way out with all this kind of resistance that we have in front of us. Let's quickly take a look at the weekly before I play this clip and wrap things up to see where we are. So you're actually above your EMA on the weekly. I mean, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I'll play this clip, and then we're going to wrap the video up, guys.
What is the single best global benefit of cryptocurrencies? Putting you in control of your financial life, your economic life. That's probably the single best one. And teaching people that we don't need governments to run the economy. We can do it just by ourselves as long as we follow the rules, and cryptocurrencies help us do that better than a government would.
Absolutely. This is what crypto is all about. Giving the power back to the individual, taking it away from governments that have become extremely overbearing. In yesterday's video, we looked at a clip from Senator Warren where she was talking. She actually compared crypto to the pharmaceutical industry, and I just think they're so far apart. And the regulators, and I know she is just one senator of hundreds, I believe. The regulators really don't have a great clue what they're doing with this because it's new. They don't want, you got to remember the US dollar and the US government in some respects are in opposition with crypto, because crypto essentially seeks to take the power away from them and put it back in the citizens. And that's what government started out as, to be there for the citizens. It's flipped to the point where, the government, I think, is the largest employer in the world, not the world, or in the US and the UK, I think. That says it all, guys. We're so dependent on the government now across the board, whether you think you are or you're not. You know, we're not going to go down that deep, dark rabbit hole that I like to drop little snippets of, because that's my beliefs. You know, I think that crypto is extending an olive branch to humanity that shouldn't be overlooked and should be fought for. And that's what we're trying to do on this channel. I also believe, talking about the price, that they offer a real opportunity like they've offered me. Cryptocurrencies have changed my life, guys. They have brought a level of financial freedom into my life in a very short period of time. And I think they offer the same opportunity for the early adopters today. Even with prices where they are, I still think there's a lot to come for crypto. Bitcoin is, in my opinion, this isn't financial advice. Nothing I say or do, and I have to stress that, guys, on this channel is financial advice, just all my opinion. Bitcoin is definitely going up to over 100,000. In my opinion, it's going to get around about 160,000. Cardano is going to get towards the $7.50 to $10 range in this next move, in this fifth and final wave that we are anticipating. It's just, you know, it's all, the signs are all there, whether it's the RSI, whether it's the stock RSI, whether it's the Fibonacci levels. Volume is still very low. I will definitely point that out on whilst I've got you here, whilst I've got you trapped on my channel. Volume is still pathetically low. I mean, pathetically low, which isn't great. But when it comes back, you know, in a similar way your volume dropped off here, you got to remember, what time of year is it? Summer, guys. People want to be outside. They don't want to be sat in here like a sad case looking at charts. They want to be out there enjoying the weather, spending time with family and friends, and, you know, making the most, especially given what we've just gone through for the past 2 years, where you haven't been allowed to do that, which is a whole nother debate. But, you know, people want to enjoy that time, so they don't want to be in trading. They're going to come back. We are going to see a prediction on this channel from the end of summer, end of August through to December is going to be pretty hectic, and we're going to see some serious gains come for the crypto space. Cardano is positioned fantastically given the fact that smart contracts are hopefully going to be here by the end of August into September. Not a big deal if they're not, because I'd rather they got things right rather than rushing it to market and trying to, you know, appease the masses. Even though, anyway, we're getting way off topic. Short and sweet update for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you all on that note. I hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. Mondays are boring days, especially if you work a Monday to Friday week. Nobody likes Mondays. That's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Hopefully, I will see you all in the next video. If you enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment. Stay tuned, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.